I keep trying to start these videos with a new intro so that I don't always say, hi everyone, welcome back, and sound like a broken record, but I just can't come up with anything that's enticing or different that doesn't make me sound like a wally. I don't know whether I should just start them and like just get straight into it, or whether you like being greeted, let me know. But today, in the spirit of changing things up a bit and doing some different videos and not just sticking to the whole kind of Primark haul, what's in my makeup bag, here's my everyday makeup look kind of videos. For today's video, I'm going to be showing you some prints that I've recently bought for the house. So we're still doing this house up. I don't think a house is ever really finished, and I had quite a lot of empty spaces on the walls that I wanted to fill. So I thought I would gather them all up, my most recent ones. There are a couple in our bedroom, and obviously in my office I've got a whole wall behind my desk that's all prints. But if I was going to take them all down and sit here and talk you through them all, we'd be here a really long time. So instead, when I'm happy with my office and I'm happy with this room as a whole, I'll do an office tour and you'll see them in that. I also have a couple of ideas of doing kind of like favourite corners of my home, or you know, different walls of our living room, different corners of our living room. So you'll see them, these prints that I'm going to show you, you'll see in place at some point, but I just thought it'd be nice for me to sit here and show you them. So the first one that I'm going to talk about, before this becomes the second longest intro of, whenever I talk about intros, I always look at the top of the camera screen to make sure I'm recording, because I have this absolute panic inside that I'm not recording, but I am. The first one I'm going to talk about is this one over my shoulder here, which I had in my last video, and I've actually pinched this out of my bedroom. We have two picture shelves in our bedroom, and this normally stands on that. So this one behind me is from a company called Ella and the Roo, and I found them on Instagram. I'm not sure what the artist's name is. It's a woman that runs the company. She's the one that designs all the prints, and she also makes these really gorgeous little animal heads for like nurseries and children's rooms. She's got children. She has the most divine interior taste, and I love her Instagram, but I also love her prints. So I bought this one a few months ago. I did feature it on my Instagram stories, I think, when I bought it, but at the moment she's actually got a sale on all of her current prints because she's getting rid of them all before she brings new ones in. So this one, if you want it, you need to go and grab it. This is in no way sponsored. She's discounted them all. They're going to be end of the line, so I just wanted you to know about them, basically. Not sponsored. She doesn't even know I'm making this video, but I really love it. I love the contrast of the stars and the moon. I just really like it. I like that it's monochrome. It's something a little bit different. There are so many others on her website that I've fallen in love with, but I don't have that much wall space. So another one that is to go in our bedroom, and with some of these they are framed, so I'm going to have to be careful because my ring light is going to reflect like crazy onto the actual glass of the frame, so I'm going to have to hold them maybe at a bit of a weird angle. But this one I bought from a company called, it's Unique, I think it's J-U-N-I-Q-U-E. I'll leave all the links down below. So this is another one that's going on the picture shelves in our bedroom, and this one says, I'll keep you safe, you keep me wild. And Tom was like, oh yeah, I'll keep you wild, when he saw this, and I was like, no, Tommy, you're keeping me safe and I'm the one that's keeping you wild. And it was just so funny that he thought it was the other way around. I mean, it's a bit of both, isn't it, I suppose. But I really like this. I just thought it was something a little bit different, and this was, you get an offer when you join. I bought this and it ended up being about £4, so it was really cheap. And then this frame is a frame from Desenio, which are other prints that I'm going to show you anyway. I just thought it was something a little bit different. I've never seen this quote before. I like how the fonts are contrasting and that this is the main body of the actual print. I loved it, and as soon as I saw it, I bought it. There was no hesitation whatsoever. I'll just talk about another couple of little things before I got onto the big Desenio prints that are in our living room, because these are just little add-ons really. This one is just stood at the moment up against my Mac in my office. I don't think I'll frame it. It'll either stay there or it'll be something that I use for like Instagram photos, things like that. But it's just this little postcard from Paper Chase that says, you got this, and it's monochrome. Something really simple again. It caught my eye and I thought it'd be handy for blog posts and stuff like that. And then this little guy I bought in Waterstones, and it's actually a card, but I'm going to frame it and pop it. So when you walk into our house, we have kind of like a little porch that's got a shelf where you hang keys and stuff, and I've got like a little room diffuser, scent diffuser on the top of that shelf at the moment, a reed diffuser, that's what I'm looking for, and I'm going to pop this behind it. So it's just a little illustration of Paddington the bear. Oh, it's just so scrumptious. He's sat on the suitcase and it says, he's got the tag around his neck that says, please look after this bear, and I absolutely couldn't resist this. There's another one in there that says leaving underneath, kind of like written in quite scratchy writing, and I was going to get that because I thought it's by the front door, leaving, you know, but I thought this one was, it's a little bit of a softer illustration, and then it means that I can put it anywhere in the house. If I don't want to put it by the front door, it's just a bit random if it says leaving and it's in, I don't know if it's in a bedroom. So I've got this and I just need to find a frame for it to pop it there. So I absolutely love the idea of finding different cards or people buying me cards for different occasions and stuff. I quite often will save them in case I want to frame them, but this is one that I saw and straight away I literally ran to Tom in Waterstones. He's like, what books have you found? I was like, no books. I found a card with Paddington on it, which will look amazing in the porch. So he's used to it by now. He doesn't think I'm that crackers anymore. I've got 3 prints from Desenio to show you, and these were ones which I often get asked tips for doing up the home and how I find things to go on different walls and what I think goes together. And honestly, usually I find one thing and then I do everything else around it, which I think is just the most sensible option and what most people do. Nothing new there at all. But I'd seen this print, which is the biggest one. You being as quiet as a mouse. I don't know if you could hear that, but Tom's just been in our bedroom and you're not a very quiet mouse. Just been to the bathroom and I was like, are you going up here? And he was like, yeah. I was like, right, can you try and be quiet when you're going down because I'm filming? So just then he was like, I could hear like little creaks on the landing, and just said to him, are you being as quiet as a mouse? And then he proceeded to make little mice noises, which I don't know if you could hear. Okay, so this one is a jolly big old print. It's basically a map of New York, and they've got a few different styles on there. They have a lot of map prints, but I liked this one because I thought it looked a little bit older and a little bit more rustic. I bought just a plain black frame from their website for it to go in. I love their website. I think they have so much choice on there, and I saw this, and obviously Tom and I have been to New York quite a few times. It's one of our favourite places, one of my favourite cities, and I just thought it's quite a cool map. They had one on there of like San Francisco, which is somewhere that's completely on my list of places I want to go, and lots of really nice places like London and stuff, but I just think New York's kind of got that cool vibe to it, which, you know, I'm not that cool, so I have to buy pictures to make me think I am. So this basically is just a map of New York, and then it says here map of Lower Manhattan, so you can kind of see that it's got the black border around it. It's just something really different, and then at the bottom it's got a little bit of writing again, which just adds to it and just makes it that little bit more authentic, I suppose, and just makes it look like someone's just quickly rustled it up rather than it being like an actual manufactured image. I don't know, I just thought it looked a little bit more edgy. I'm not the biggest lover of like quotes and slogans all around the house, but I think if you do it right, like I've got one in my office that sits behind me when I'm filming, or facing me at my desk, that says know your worth, which is something that if you've watched my channel for a long time, something that I always kind of like pop on my blog posts or my Instagram posts, things like that, and I actually got that custom made. So I think if it's something that means something to you, or I don't know, if you like it, just go for it. This one I feel like is just something very, very simple, and I really, really like the effect that it has. So this one says breathe in like a really, really nice handwritten font, and I just love that it's in the center of the image, and then it's just all white. I just like how basic it is, really, really plain, and I like when I look at it on the wall, I actually take 2 minutes to think, yeah, just be calm. So something like that's just nice to have on the wall, and I like how they all go together. The last one that's part of that little gang, so the New York print, the breathe print, and this one all go on our living room wall. So this one is the last one, and it's just a picture of a vintage car. Again, I love how it's styled. I love that they've left the border around it. I've no idea what this car is or what era it's from. I love vintage cars. This with the other two prints, they just go together really nicely, I think, personally, on that wall. And I've got a couple of gold photo frames that go underneath the New York print that I'm going to put some black and white pictures in of me and Tom in when we were younger. And then I've also got my printer's tray on that wall now, which I'm going to show you all at some point, but it's only just gone up and it's not all finished, and I've not got those pictures in those frames. So I just thought today I'd do a kind of roundup of the new prints that I've bought, and that it would be a nice video for you all and give you a little bit of an insight into things that I've been buying. I've got pearls on my jumper, and this is a metal chair, so it keeps making little noises everywhere. Whatever I touch, it makes noises. I'll sit still. So that's it. That's all the prints that I've bought recently. I hope you've enjoyed this. I will leave them all linked down below, as I said, so you can go and kind of have a nosy. There is so much to go through on those websites, honestly, and if you're gonna look and you pop one in your basket and then you wait a few weeks before you decide which ones you want, on Desenio and Unique in particular, I always screenshot ones that I really like or make a note of the product code, so then you've got them to go back to and you've got somewhere that you can actually find them and not have to traipse through hundreds and hundreds of items again. But they're so affordable. The frames can be, once you add the frames on, they can be a little bit more pricey. Desenio often have like an offer code or promotion, so definitely keep an eye out for that. They often have like 25% off prints and things like that. And yeah, I'm gonna go and hang all of the ones that were off walls back on the walls, and start scouting out frames for my Paddington prints that I can put it by the front door. I really hope you've enjoyed this. If you're watching this on a Sunday, but the day it goes up, I hope you're having a lovely chilled day, and if not, whenever you watch it, I hope you're equally as happy and as chilled. And I will see you all on Wednesday with my next video. Thank you for watching.